with your host, Ellyn.
Oh, that's right. How you doing today? Hey, I'm Ellyn, and yes, we are live right here at WCRS Radio. We've got a lot going on here this afternoon. It's another Festival of Flowers special here. So, why don't we introduce our guests this afternoon? We have two guests. We have Ellyn Reeder and Jodi Wilson. We're going to be talking all about festivals of flowers and all the events. Ellyn, you've been a long-time Festival of Flowers participant, helping do so many things. What are you doing this year?
Yes, ma'am. Oh my gosh, doing a lot of the behind-the-scenes things, doing the graphic design and helping with the marketing and some of the logistics and organization of it. And then I'm here tonight to speak specifically about Topiary's Tastings and Tunes.
Right. So you did the T-shirt design, right?
I did do the T-shirt design, yes, ma'am.
Yes, those are looking good.
Thank you.
Some fresh colors.
They are
and
some fresh
everything.
colors. We try to keep them different every year. I am a total nerd, and I have a spreadsheet maybe that has the colors that we've used over the last year, so we can make sure we have a good rotation, so nobody comes every year and goes, "Oh, I got that one already." No, you did not. We try to keep it fresh, and then we do a different color and a slightly different design for our volunteers every year to give them something a little bit special to thank them for what they're doing.
Absolutely. Well, you couldn't do it without the volunteers.
Oh my gosh, no! For the Topiary's Tastings and Tunes alone, we need something like 74 volunteers for one night.
For one night.
One night, yeah.
So how's it coming with volunteers?
It is coming. We still could use a few more. We could always use a few more. But I think the last count, I don't remember what the last count was that we needed, but anybody who does volunteer for Topiary's Tastings and Tunes gets a free T-shirt, gets the really cool new name badge that we're doing this year, and they also get a free ticket to the event because you're only pouring for half of the event. So you either get shift 1 or shift 2, and then you get to go and enjoy it for free once your shift is done or before your shift starts.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Topiary's Tastings and Tunes. That's going to be cool. And a new person that I have not met who is in charge of the Makers Market, Jodi Wilson. How are you doing today, Jodi?
Good. How are you?
All right. I understand you're a longtime crafter.
Well, I grew up with my mama crafting, so I've crafted for a long time.
So how has it been putting it together here this year? Getting some unique crafters in?
I mean, we've tried to get a very diverse group of crafters. We try not to do a lot of duplicates, if any. We may have, like 6 different home and garden, category in that category, but, we made sure that each one does something a little different. So you're not going to just walk down and see the same thing over and over again.
Now, are you trying to make sure that these are original crafts?
They are absolutely original crafts. Because when they put in their application, they have to actually send us photos. And we also ask for photos of them doing their craft. So,
That's a good way, yes,
you can definitely tell, that a lot of heart goes into this. Yes, people are trying to make a little extra money, but, true crafters, I mean, your heart and soul goes into it.
Yeah.
So.
So this year, it's called, why did you come up with Makers Market? I like it.
Well, we wanted to really focus on the folks that actually make things. We tossed around a few different ideas.
Many different ideas.
There was a lot of different ideas, but, we wanted something, just catchy, like the Makers Market.
And this kind of like Maker's Mark is what I always think.
Oh. Yeah. No. And we're at the Uptown Market, so
right.
We'd like to stay there, but grow it also.
Yeah. So now, when is the Makers Market?
The Makers Market everybody will start selling Friday at noon, and we'll go to 9 p.m. And then Saturday, everybody will start at 9 a.m. and then not finish up until 9 p.m. So we're going later in the day this year on Saturday, just to make sure that the folks that come out for the evening, performance,
The tunes.
the blooming.
The blooms and beats.
Blooms and beats, just so that we make sure that we're open for them also.
Sure, and it gives them, and the crafters are already here.
Yes,
Right,
absolutely. The food trucks are going to be there the whole time also. So I mean, if you can't come out, early Saturday morning, or if it's too hot, then come out that evening. When the sun starts going down, starts cooling off, get you some dinner, shop around a little bit, and listen to the music we got.
No, I think that's great. Now, do you have a lot of out of town people coming from?
We do have out of town people, but they're not like really far out of town. I think
We have one from Charleston, I know.
we have one from Charleston. We have one from North Carolina. That's the Cosmic. Is it Cosmic Beauty?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so.
But other than that, I mean, they're pretty local. There's several from Greenville, several from Anderson, and we actually have 9 from the Greenwood area. I really wanted to make sure that we get as many of our Greenwood people in there as possible.
Sure.
So,
What's some of your favorite craft booths that you're thinking that people are going to go, oh my gosh, they've got this here this year?
well, we've got a really good ceramic. It's called So Good Ceramics. And
that makes it good right
she
there. So good
actually-
ceramics.
Well, and I mean, she's local. Yeah, she's from Greenwood. And she actually has her mugs in
Maine and Maxwell. So you're familiar with her work, but she's expanded.
But this is her first time actually at, the Maker's Market.
Okay.
We've got our ladies with All About Buds and Blooms.
Yeah.
They do all kinds of flower arrangements, a lot of wreaths, but they have some gorgeous flower arrangements.
And they're really sweet.
And they are. I love them so much. We have Window Whimsy coming back this year. She does everything with like recycled materials. It's like the pieces that you hang up, but they are just gorgeous.
Yeah, she uses like old mini blind slats and things like that too. Everything's upcycled, recycled, and repurposed, and it's really amazing what she's able to do with it.
That's pretty cool. That's cool.
We've got a couple of, the crochet booths this year. We don't have too many. We only have 2.
Yeah.
But one in particular, it's called the Crochet Cookie, and they're going to have handmade crochet items and have homemade cookies. So
that's a winning
you can get,
operation
both
there.
of them. Absolutely.
You got any other cookies or cakes or anything like that?
We've
Treats?
We've got K and C treats. She's got cakes and mini loaves, nut time snacks. They have all of your, your roasted pecans, and items like that.
Cinnamon and sugar and stuff. Yeah.
2 sweet and savory sisters. They have like your chocolate covered cookies and pretzels.
I am a big fan of theirs.
They're really good.
I found them at Aiken's Macon, and we got their information because they had this pecan brittle that was amazing. It was life-changing pecan brittle. So I got their contact information. I was like, you've got to come.
Absolutely.
And they've come the last few years.
So in order to come, if you're a food dealer, you've got to send good samples, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and all the foods at Maker's Market are more the like
the prepackaged stuff,
They're all homemade,
like none of them are
but-
cooking on the spot.
Right. So that would
Yeah.
be the food trucks that are directly beside Maker's
Right.
Market.
Yep.
We'll have food trucks down Alliance and Oregon. Well,
And we've got a
not
lot of
Oregon,
good food trucks.
Yeah.
What have we got for food trucks?
We've got
then?
local food trucks. We've got Wired Treats.
Wired Treats,
We've
yeah.
got Smoky Gray's Barbecue from
Barbecue.
Abbeville.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 3D Concessions. Kevin does all the funnel cakes
Mm-hmm.
and fried Oreos.
And we've got Pops. Crazy Pops.
Crazy Pops.
He does the smash burgers.
Yes.
And Oh My Rolls is coming.
There's what's the chicken?
The Fins and Feathers.
From 96. So there's a lot of local food trucks going to
I
be
think
there.
that's
And I mean,
great.
there is a wide variety of stuff. You're not going to
yeah.
find the same thing over and over again. We've got some really great food trucks coming.
Well, I mean, Festival of Flowers is all about showcasing Greenwood
Right.
yeah.
as
Absolutely.
for what it is. which is a really awesome place to
And I mean,
visit.
honestly, food is a talent too. I mean, it really is.
Yes.
You know, I mean,
It's a talent we all appreciate.
they also
too,
put a lot of heart and soul into what they're making.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I got a lot of food truck friends.
well,
I
because
mean-
you visit them.
Yeah, well, you know, that and hanging out at different events and markets with them. So,
Well, that's great. Well, we're here with Jodi Wilson and Ellyn Reeder. They are with the Festival of Flowers. Jodi is heading up the Makers Market, and it's going to be fantastic this year. They have expanded the hours, so that's really great. Ellyn is doing the topiaries tasting and tunes. Now, Ellyn,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
topiaries are they all out
They
there?
are all out now, except for the peacock. He took a tumble in the storms.
Right.
So the peacock is not out,
Right.
but all the rest of them are.
That's right. And they are all around uptown. You got to check them out. And some of them have moved locations. They've changed it up and moved it around. So you're going to want to get out there and see them.
Yeah.
And they've been, what I always like about the topiaries is that they tweak them every year.
They do.
A little bit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
They're always a little different.
Yeah,
So-
there's just something about an artist, whether it's an artist with a plant or an artist with a
Yeah,
craft.
I mean,
We've
artists
got to
take
change
many
something just a
forms.
little bit. It's got to be a little bit new every year.
That's right. Well, speaking of a little bit different, boy, the Festival of Flowers website's been changed up a
It
little
sure
bit.
has.
Yeah.
It sure has. Yes. We launched that. Oh my gosh. May was such a long month. It was the beginning of May. I was trying to make sure if it was May or April. May was so long. But yeah,
May
we
was really
launched that in the beginning of May. And Laura Boone did that for us from Carolina Marketing. I cannot remember the name of her new company. I'm so sorry, Laura, if you hear this. But I do know Laura's name, and she's what's important. So
Right.
she did a fantastic job on that. It's been a long time since I've been on the not coding side of a website and more of the feedback and, oh, hey, let's do this instead. It's been a long time since I've been on that side of a website. So it was really a fun experience, and Laura was great to work with.
Well, not only that, you're getting ready for the 60th anniversary next year.
We are. So we needed to get everything in order and set in place so that we can really start kicking up all of our SEO and analytics and things.
Well,
all
are
the
you
fun nerd stuff.
Are you excited that it's here? Because tomorrow is the beach blast. It all kicks off tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll be marking spots for
yes, for the Makers Market tomorrow afternoon.
before the beach blast kicks off and things like that. So yeah, absolutely excited. And you know, I had a friend this morning who lives in California who knows that I do this. She texted me this morning. She's like, "Are you ready? It's here." I was like, "Yeah, it's here."
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's great. Well, we are live right here on Facebook Live on WCRS Radio. We're also on the radio here. So Ellyn and Jodi are on the camera here this afternoon. So take a peek and say hi. We'd love to hear from you. And we'd also like to make sure that you know about everything that's going on. So, Ellyn, tastings and tunes. I see you've got a Festival of Wine glass right there.
I do. So this is one of our older models, from
okay.
years past because
It's a vintage one.
It's a vintage one. This is from 2024.
You want to pick it up so they can see it there? There you go.
2024.
Yeah.
But this year's will be very similar to this.
Okay.
It is going to be acrylic this year instead of glass because we do have an ordinance uptown for restricting glass usage.
Right.
So we need to make sure we are following all the rules. So we changed it to acrylic. But it is going to be about this size, and it's going to have a pour line and everything. And yeah, you go in, you hit the stops up, you get to learn something new about all the 18 different businesses that are going to be stops. And
So that's 18 different wine stops?
18 different wines to choose from. We've got rosé, we've got whites, we've got reds, we've got, Moscatos. So, we've got sparkling wines, we've got really nice smooth red wines. Whatever you like, there's something there for you to try. And if you don't know which wines you like, this
them
is where you go.
all.
You try them all. And you
And
can.
you can't walk out of there.
You can't. Well, see, you get 1 ounce per pour, so you're
That's
not.
18
That's
ounces.
18 ounces. So, but we do have.
I mean, you
food.
could definitely get them all.
There was one year I ran into a couple of people that had hit all the stops twice, and I was like, we need to make sure we don't do second pours. So we don't do second pours. Idea. Yeah, it was.
Now this year, though, instead of being down at the Maker where the Uptown Market is, you are actually going to be over there by the Lander Bearcat, right?
Yes, over beside the Lander Bearcat. We're going to be at 323 Main Street, in front of the new Lander building that's downtown.
The old bank building.
The old bank
old
building.
Bank of America.
We're going to be we're going to be over there with all the mascots. So Lander's right there, but also the Tiger's not too far, and the Gamecocks close by too. So.
And of course, the idea behind that was
to, one, make sure that we had enough space for all of our crafters and food trucks, and the concert will still be going on too, Blooms and Beats at Uptown Market. But also, we're hoping that helps people kind of spread out the way that they hit the stops. We found that when we start at the market, everybody goes to Maxwell Avenue first because it's right there, because it's logical, and then the poor people that are all the way over, like La Mesa and Howard's and Sugar, are just sitting there waiting for the rush, and then the rush hits. But we're hoping that if we start,
people can kind of spread out a little bit.
Can start at
like
the
y'all
end
go
and go
this
back.
way.
Every year, I tell people, look, if you want to get through and get the wine quickest and not sit in line, go to the end and go backwards, because that's the way to do it every time. People that do it always thank me for that tip. Not everybody does it.
So. Yeah.
But now we don't need everybody going backwards.
We don't need everybody
because then the same thing is going to happen.
But we have, we have La Mesa and Sugar and Howard's on Main are all going to be stops. But then we also have like 5 over on Waller. And then we've got 4 down Maxwell. I was trying to think the name of it. 4 down Maxwell, and then we've got 2 down in Hampton Plaza. So it is a big spread.
Oh yeah.
And you get to see all the topiaries, and you get
they have tasty hors d'oeuvres, don't they?
They do have tasty
treats, yes.
This year. Yes, they have tasty treats. I'm not sure exactly what each one of them is serving, but they do all have tasty treats.
Well,
so just a little something to put on your tummy to go with the wine, so that we're not absorbing everything and just sitting in place. We're also walking and sweating. So
walking and sweating. Oh,
we're getting. It's a great time. I mean,
and explore the shops while you're there.
Oh my gosh!
All of our Uptown Greenwood shops. I mean, they're all great. Most of them are boutiques.
Yeah, most of them are boutiques. Yeah, I mean, there's a few new businesses like Serenity Aesthetics and MC Links are both pretty new. And then also Tunstall and Sumner. MC
Links was actually at our market last year.
Yeah, so they have their own.
And then she's opened up a storefront. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So this is an opportunity to check all your local businesses up there. It's an opportunity to enjoy everything that's going on with the Festival of Flowers. Now, but tell us about, Ellyn, while you're at it. We've talked about the wine walk. Now tell us about the Beats and Tunes here, the Blooms and Beats.
Blooms and Beats. So Blooms and Beats is our concert series. It kicks off Friday afternoon at 4:45 or 5:45. Oh, I should probably check that. Oh, look at you. I love you.
I got
5:45. They kick off at 5:45 with Granger and Nick and go until 9 o'clock on Friday night. And then Saturday it starts at 1:45 and takes a little bit of a break during Topiary's Tastings and Tunes to let the finishing band set up. So at 7:30, Cornaca Band will be finishing us up.
And that is all going to be down there at the
Maker's Market.
At the Maker's Market. So we've got the Maker's Market under the pavilion and like directly around the pavilion, and then we've got the food trucks going down Alliance, and then we've got Blooms and Beats is going to be right there beside the splash pad. So we did have to close the splash pad for just a couple of days because, electronics and wires and water don't
but
always
that's okay.
mix.
You won't get wet.
You won't get wet. So, but Kid Fest will be happening Saturday morning. So
Absolutely.
if you missed the splash pad, just come on out to Kid Fest Saturday morning.
Well, and of course, Saturday morning early, you have the
Fun Run.
Fun Run. That'll be going on. And then 9 o'clock is when the
Maker's Market kicks up.
Yep.
And so does Kid Fest.
And so does Kid Fest.
Yeah. And Kid Fest is going to be out at the Greenwood
The recreational complex.
Yes.
Complex.
Yes.
And there's actually going to be a couple of vendors over there also.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah, so.
Kind of expand out a little bit.
Yeah, so this is an opportunity to really get out and enjoy. Now, Kid Fest goes on till noon, I understand,
Yep.
right? So, and all kinds of activities and fun things. So make sure if you have kids, that's where you want to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Brittany Dunlop, our ladies' luncheon chair, always says, you take your kids out to Kid Fest in the morning, and then you go to Wine Walk in the evening. So, she's
what
like,
do you do with the kids?
You get a babysitter between.
I've got 2 teenagers that would love to babysit.
Okay. All right. Call Jodi then.
They are down for making extra money.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I think that is terrific, and this is the main weekend. But there are more activities going on.
There
after
are. Oh
this
my gosh.
weekend,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Not Blooms and Beats. Bee Buzz and Bike Tour is next Saturday. It starts at the Uptown Market, and that one has 3 different routes. You can go 10 miles, 20 miles, or 30 miles. And actually, our 30-mile route is our most popular. Like over half of the people that sign up for this event do the 30-mile route. So, I mean, they love it. It's beautiful.
And is it just regular bicycles, or can people use electric bicycles?
I think we had somebody using an e-bike last year, and we've had some people do like a recumbent tricycle.
Right.
It's really wild seeing. She had a really cool tall flag so people could see her, and she had a good time.
Tooling around?
She's tooling all over the place. She did great. And then Annie is going to be...
next weekend is at Annie Jr.
Kicking off no, it's just Annie, not Annie Jr.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a typo.
This is Annie itself,
Sorry.
yes.
Annie itself. Yeah,
That's
sometimes
right.
we miss things. But then there's also a pickleball tournament next weekend. And then next Sunday, of course, has the Flag Day celebration that the Knights of Columbus does every year out in front of Howard's.
That's right.
So that's really great. And then there's a Pollinator Week celebration and scavenger hunt the following Saturday. And
the last weekend in the month is always the Festival of Stars in 96.
Yep.
So lots going on.
Lots of
and
stuff
of course,
going on.
out there, they're also, aren't they having a night for the baseball out there?
There is going to be, actually, that kicks off tonight. No, tomorrow night. That came in after we had these rack cards done.
What is it?
So it's the Legion, the American Legion Post 20 has a game tomorrow night, and then there'll be some more games throughout the weekend.
Nice.
So that's going on.
So there's literally something for everybody.
There is.
And there's something from sun up till sundown.
Yep.
I say it's the perfect weekend if you have guests that you are family guests that you should have invited to come visit you. Maybe you've been to see them. You go, but I really don't want them to come to the house and hang out at the house all the time.
Yep.
Invite them this
Get
weekend.
on the phone
This
now.
is the weekend,
Be
yeah.
like, come on down.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and we partnered with In on the Square this year. They are the official hotel sponsor. So I believe they said to
Nice.
give them a call if you need any special rates for your guests.
Okay. All right. So.
That way you don't have to have them in your house.
Right.
Well, when you get and you go, well, what do you want to do? I don't know.
Yep,
Right? You can say, here's a card. Look at the card.
Oh, absolutely.
And I mean, all
There's
month
so
long,
much.
I know that, money is tight for everybody right now, but I mean, you can always just get out uptown and walk and see the topiaries.
Yeah.
Well, lots of people take photos this time.
They do.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh. Yes. And then we've got the Smile Topiary that's got the holes specifically for the faces. And my favorite thing to see is when our recent graduates of Greenwood and Emerald and 96 and Ware Shoals go to their favorite team topiary and take a picture with the school that they're going to. Like Carolina. If you're going off to Carolina, go get with a Gamecock.
Yep,
If you're going to
USC, Clemson,
we've got
Lander.
Lander, and we've also got the Citadel. So the Citadel
Oh,
Bulldog
wow.
is one of our newer topiaries, and they're
I hadn't seen that one yet.
oh, he looks mean, especially when he's being watered. It just kind of drips
Drips
like
like a drool.
Yeah, my uncle works at the Citadel, and I sent him pictures of it, and he was like, "Oh man, that's pretty bad." Like, yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. Well, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got Jodi Wilson, Ellyn Reeder with us. We are talking all things topiary here. So you stay right here at WCRS. We're going to do a little commercial break so we can get in those words that keep everything going. And we will be right back. Take it away.
Oh my gosh, I can feel my yawn coming. I was
Are
like,
we off
hold it,
now?
hold it.
Step up to the plate with Greenwood American Legion Post 20, celebrating our 85th consecutive year of proud tradition. This season brings new energy with head coach Corby Long leading the way, building champions in baseball and softball on and off the field. From the diamond to the dugout, we're more than a team, we're family, and it's the best deal in town. Kids 12 and under are free. Join the tradition, bring the family, be part of Post 20's legacy today.
Lindsey Graham wants to steal your Social Security. He wants to cut your benefits and raise the retirement age to 70, which is our average lifetime expectancy. My name is Mark Lynch. I'm running for the United States Senate against Lindsey Graham to save your Social Security and protect what you've paid into all these years. I've grown my company over 35 times in the last 40 years, debt-free, and I want to take that experience to Washington to help South Carolinians. In D.C., we'll stop spending, we'll cut the budget, and we'll end this out-of-control inflation. And most of all, we'll protect our seniors' Social Security benefits. Lindsey Graham's legacy is one of putting South Carolinians' interests last. I'm Mark Lynch. Vote for me June 9th to save Social Security for our seniors, rebuild our infrastructure, and build a better future for South Carolinians.
Paid for and authorized by Lynch for Senate.
Hello, this is Lisa with Greenwood Performing Arts. It's a blast, a beach blast. Join Greenwood Performing Arts in collaboration with the City of Greenwood for the Beach Blast featuring the legendary Swingin' Medallions and special guest Rhonda McDaniel on Thursday, June the 4th at the Uptown Market. Gates will open at 5 o'clock with performances from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Dance the night away with your favorite beach classics, food trucks, snow cones, and more. Come kick off the South Carolina Festival of Flowers with sand in your shoes and music in your soul. And special thanks to our season sponsor, Lakeland's Plastic Surgery, and our event sponsors, First Citizens Bank, Deals Heating and Cooling, and the County Bank. Tickets and details available now at greenwoodperformingarts.org. Don't miss the Beach Blast on June the 4th at the Uptown Market. I'll be there in my beach chair. How about you?
Hi, I'm John McCravey. I ran for office to serve our community and stand for the values that we believe in. In Columbia, I've worked to protect taxpayers by standing against wasteful spending while fighting for local priorities that matter right here at home. From protecting Lake Greenwood to helping constituents with state government, I'm committed to doing the job the right way. If you need me, you can call me directly at 864-396-3110. I'm John McCravey, and I paid for this message, not special interests, not PACs.
Hi, this is Brantley with Greenwood Chick-fil-A. Nominate your office, teachers, church group, or team for breakfast for a bunch with WCRS. We love surprising and delighting our Greenwood community. Call or text 864-332-9355. It would be our pleasure. Call or text 864-332-9355 for breakfast for a bunch with WCRS.
Celebrate summer in full bloom. This is Lindsay Turner, chairperson of the 59th South Carolina Festival of Flowers in beautiful Greenwood, presented by Wesley Commons. This festival is packed with fun-filled attractions for everyone, from Kid Fest to arts and crafts, garden symposium to 5K, wine walk to bike tour, blooms and beats, and the larger-than-life topiaries. Main weekend is June 5th through 7th. Visit scfestivalofflowers.org for all the details and celebrate summer in full bloom at the South Carolina Festival of Flowers.
Oh, that's right. We are right back here at WCRS. Penny is with us this afternoon. She's going, do they have anything for dogs? That's what she wants to know.
We actually do.
What do you have for dogs?
Oh, we do.
We have two different crafters that make pet items. One is Hopefully Sewing Shop, and the other one is Bully Boutique. Bully Boutique has been around for a while.
Yeah, and
they make the bow ties for dogs, and the matching scrunchies for their two-legged companions.
Right.
And then Hopefully Sewing Shop, they actually hand sew pet accessories, collars, harnesses, bandanas, leashes. So yeah, we got something for everybody.
Everything. Okay,
We've got jewelry, we've got woodworking, we've got art, food, glass crafts. A lady does stained glass.
It's not too early to start thinking about Christmas.
Absolutely. And I mean, if you come out and you enjoy, and you don't necessarily have Christmas money right now, pick up business cards.
Yeah.
A lot of us, have an online presence or phone numbers that you can call. So, absolutely.
Right. So that's a good idea too, and that's right. This is going to be a big deal here this year. You want to get out there. It's got to be hard though, Ellyn. You've been doing this for years, to always reinvent and change it up and make it unique and different. And I think that's one of the things that the festival has done. That new Ladies Mix and Mingle. I know a lot of people are going, why can't we sit down? But I loved it. I loved it.
We got to sit down in the theater.
Right, yeah. But I love the fact of being able to talk to different people and move around. I thought it was great.
It was. It really did promote more mingling, which is what the idea was behind the change up of the event. So it really was a great event, and the food was so good. So, I'm going to be all about the food.
All about the food. But anyways, I thought that was excellent. Yeah, and the American Legion Post-20 Baseball at Legion Stadium is tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. festivities, 7 p.m. the first pitch goes out. You also have the art show opening at
the Arts Center.
That's the juried art show?
That's the youth art show reception is tomorrow night as well.
And then at the museum,
they have their exhibit opening as well.
Right, the Revolution.
So that one's South Carolina's role in the Revolution, which I have been doing a little bit with Discover Greenwood on with this SC250, not a lot, but just a little bit. And it has been amazing seeing all the sites in Greenwood that were a part of the Revolutionary War. So I'm excited about that museum exhibit. I can't wait to take my kids there.
That's right. So, and that'll be there all summer long. But the opening night is Thursday night. So I say you have to get uptown around 5 o'clock and then stay there all evening, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Food trucks, music, the Swinging Medallions are going to be there. Rhonda McDaniel's going to be there. That's an event by Greenwood Performing Arts. You can still get your tickets at greenwoodperformingarts.org. So get your tickets, come out, and put a little sand in your shoes and come out and dance the night away, right?
Let's see your shag skills.
I mean, we got several pictures of people doing shag last year during Blooms and Beats, and they are some of my favorite photos. I'm looking, and there's this, just people in the background, and then there's this couple, and they're just dancing. I'm like, I want to be like that when I get older.
When you get older.
Well, it's going to take a couple years for me to convince my husband to learn how to dance.
Okay, all right. So, what's your favorite topiary, Ellyn?
Oh my gosh. What is my favorite? I love the Gateway to Greenwood. Really, I do. I love the Gateway to Greenwood. It's huge.
Great place to take pictures.
It is a great place to take pictures, and that's actually one of my profile pictures for some of my stuff for work is just me in the selfie and just Gateway to Greenwood, because that's what it is. It's like a big welcome to it, and it's at the market, so it's really easy to access. And then the elephants are amazing.
They are gorgeous.
It's so much fun watching them put these things out. Like, if you're ever in the middle of town in May when they're putting out these topiaries, it is mind-blowing. I watched them.
Frightening. What are you talking about?
I was trying to be nice. It is frightening. I watched them put the mermaid in last year, from loading it up on the truck to getting it into the fountain. It was unreal. And they're like, yeah, these pens are holding it together. And I'm going, oh, wow. I mean, those are some, but they check all the welds constantly and things like that. So it's constant maintenance on them.
Absolutely.
But
it's
yeah,
a full-time job just taking care of the topiaries.
It is. But they do a really good job.
Well, Jodi, what's your favorite topiary?
Mine has always been the mermaid.
The mermaid.
But I love fountains. I love water.
Right.
I've always been a water kid. You know, the beach is my absolute favorite place to be. You know, it's just calming and soothing to the soul. And the mermaid just reminds me of that, you know.
You were the little kid that was always climbing in the fountains, weren't you?
I mean, I heard my middle name a lot when I was younger. A lot.
Oh, that's
But
great.
so did Ellyn. Don't let her fool you.
I did. All right. Well, the Youth Art Civic, that is always a good one. There's lots of things starting Thursday night. The main weekend is when, Ellyn?
The main weekend kicks off Thursday night.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow with everything that's opening up. And then Friday, it kicks up another notch when we add there's a junior tennis tournament. Makers Market is going on. Starting
That's
at
when
noon.
the food trucks get there.
Food trucks are starting at noon. Blooms
And our
and Beats starting at 1:45.
the
And then
Beats
the Garden
concerts.
Symposium is Friday morning. And you can still get tickets to the Garden Symposium as well. That is at Piedmont Tech this year.
Right.
And, oh my gosh, I saw the lineup for that, and I kind of nerded out. There's the keynote speaker is Confessions of a Plant Collector, and there's a lady that's going to be talking about caring for orchids. Mike Royal from Creation Trees is going to be doing one of the workshops. There's a workshop about propagating plants.
There's more this year than ever before, and because of the space, they're able to have several different choices.
Yeah, they've got three different workshop slots with 2 workshops going at each one of them. So you kind of pick your path and figure out what it is you want to do.
Sure.
I might have to definitely check that one out because I am trying so hard to stop killing the plants. So
Girl, I'm beyond help.
so I'm gonna have to go and learn.
Yeah, that's a really good one. And then of course on Saturday they have the garden tour.
Saturday the garden tours go, and I want to say there's 10 gardens on it this year, including 3 at Puckett's Ferry. Those are learning gardens, and those are done by 3 of our master gardeners here in Greenwood, and those are going to be really exciting. Of course, we have our traditional Benjamin Mays and Wesley Commons. Their gardens are going to be on the tours, and they do a really phenomenal job keeping theirs going. And then we have several new ones this year. There's one on Kitson Street. There's a couple of churches, Rock Presbyterian and Episcopal Church of the Resurrection. Their garden is also on it. It's a little bit of a mouthful, but they have a labyrinth,
Oh, that's awesome.
They have a little labyrinth in their backyard or in their back garden. So that one's really neat looking. I've seen photos of it and it is gorgeous. So, I mean,
the edible garden.
The edible garden at Uptown Market as well. So every year my husband's aunt asks me what's going to be on the garden tours and always tries to get me to slide her the addresses of all the gardens ahead of time. So
what's she going to do? Go by there early or something?
I mean, she just wants to be able to make out her path.
Yeah, she maps out her path early.
So this year I did add a QR code where you can scan and get a Google map that has all the garden tours as well. It's on the garden tour map this year.
Right, and we need to remember to be respectful of the fact that you were in somebody else's backyard.
Yeah, we're
absolutely.
Just because you learned how to propagate plants during Garden Symposium on Friday does not mean you get to go take clippings from the garden tours on Saturday.
Right.
It might be a really wonderful use of your skills, but it is discouraged to take clippings from people's gardens.
And there will be, like we said, Ann Barklow's going to be there. Barb Munch is going to be there. We got the Episcopal Church, like you said. The Teaching Garden of Lisa Heller. So that's the 3 that are out there at Puckett's Ferry. So and the Kitson Market Home and Gardens of Jim and Tiffany Johnson. That's 601 Kitson Street.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find all this information on scfestivalofflowers.org. That's scfestivalofflowers.org. And I also think out there at Wesley Commons, the gardens that they have out there are really cool.
They are so cool. They have a sundial that
human sundial.
The human sundial. That's so fun. My kids were very confused by it, but now that they know what a sundial is, they really like it. And they also have a bocce court garden that's very close by too. But they have beautiful raised beds out at Wesley Commons. I mean, it is really gorgeous. And my former neighbor lives out there, and she had the greenest thumb I've ever seen. So if she's touching that garden at all, it's going to be amazing.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And then, of course, at Dr. Benjamin E. Mays, the gardens are there, too.
Yes.
So there are plenty of gardens this year, but please do be respectful when you're going in other people's gardens. And there'll be people you can ask questions of and this type of thing. So check it all out. These are just some of the things that are going on at the Festival Flowers. This is the 59th one. How many of you worked, Ellyn? When did you start working on it?
So technically, I started working with the Festival of Flowers when I worked for another company. I used to work for Park Seed. And so I actually was a liaison for Park Seed with the Festival of Flowers as part of their sponsorship, and did some things with them then. And that was, I only had one child at that point. So that was
a while ago.
That was a long time ago. I'm trying to think what year that was. I think it was 2011 was the first time that I really started working with the Festival of Flowers. And then,
So that was 15 years because that was when my youngest was born.
So, but that was just, that was very brief. It was a little, it was a couple of things. And I was working with Elliser Holder at the time, who was the director at the time. And I love Elliser. She's been an amazing mentor. She's taught me so much about festivals. And so then, fast forward several years, and when it was time for the 50th Festival of Flowers, I was freelancing at that point, and they brought me in, and I started doing, little bits and pieces there, and every year it's grown a little bit more, so now I even help with some of the logistics.
Well, one of the things that we've talked about this past week is about the advertising that you're doing, like at the airport up there in Greenville, that you're really expanding your reach out there.
Yeah, we are trying really hard to expand and let people know all about what is going on in Greenwood, how great it is. I mean, first off, 59 years is nothing to sneeze at. So
no, it's not.
It's not. So
aren't we the longest running?
I think we are the longest running, consecutively running in South Carolina.
Festival.
And so there are other festivals that have continued, but we were, because of the topiaries, able to continue even through COVID in 2020. So we didn't even have to take a break for that. So we're constantly trying to do a little bit more to let people know about what's going on in Greenwood, to bring in tourism dollars, and to help just promote Greenwood as a great place to visit and a great place to live.
Sure. So, and I guess, according to Trency, her mind's already turning on the 60th.
But our minds have been on the 60th. Last year we were talking, and she was like, "What do you think of this?" I was like, "I'm already there. Let's go." So we've already started, we've talked about themes. We've talked about ways we can, expand the events even more. We're continuously thinking about ways to, like you said, mix it up and grow it, because what else is a Festival of Flowers going to do but grow? So
yes, it's a green thumb, right?
It's a green thumb. It creeps and vines, whether we it goes all over. So
that's the goal. It's just to keep growing it every year.
Right.
And that was part of why we moved.
I've already started thinking of next year also.
Yeah. So that's part of why we moved Kid Fest to the recreation complex. That gave more room for our Makers Market to grow, and it also gave more room for Kid Fest to grow.
Sure. So got a lot more room out there.
We really couldn't grow either of them, keeping them in the same spot.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, Makers Market, one more time, Jodi, what's going on? What makes it really special? Why should people come out?
Well, all of our vendors are making handmade items. They're all unique. And even from one booth to the next.
No crafter kits, right?
No crafter kits. We actually have 7 different jewelry makers up there, but each one of those 7 is making something different. You know, I mean, we've got.
And you were in charge of quality control.
We were, yes. I mean, all of us, but
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
I mean, you know, you were telling me actually that you made them send pictures of their
Yes,
craft.
we
plus
had to have
them
pictures.
working on their craft.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we've got anywhere from polymer clay earrings to glass lampwork beads, nature-inspired jewelry. You know, we've got one lady from Greenwood. It's called Into the Mog Shade. You know, I mean, there's going to be a large variety.
Yeah.
And you will not see something the
recycling
same.
type stuff, recycled stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, there's not one that's different than the other. You know, out of the 3 different woodworking, you know, booths that we have, we've got one that does 3-dimensional wooden art, one that does wooden door hangers and wooden signs, and then we've got one that does the hardwood cutting boards, birdhouses, earrings. I mean, it's all wooden.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
know?
think the thing that people should understand is you've got 38 different vendors, and that the idea is to keep growing this and having unique and different gifts. So when you go there, you find something that you might not find anywhere else.
Yes, and I mean, I really wanted to focus on getting local people this year. You know, not any offense to anybody from, you know, way off, because we invite them too. That's why I want to keep growing it, so we can keep growing the local, you know, vendors, and we can keep accepting vendors from, you know, out of town or even out of state.
So now, what are the hours for the market? One more time.
Friday, we're going to kick it off at 12 to 9 p.m. And then Saturday, we will be selling from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
So it is an all-day event.
All-day event. So anytime you can get there. All right. Now, Ellyn, how about tell us about Topiary's tastings and tunes, the food trucks, what all is going on so that people know, focus what they've got to do this weekend.
Focus. So you start your morning for a run at at the Fountain Uptown. The Flower Power Fun Run starts Saturday morning. And then after the fun run, you go to Kid Fest. That's from 9 to noon. And then after Kid Fest, you go to Maker's Market and you hit up the food trucks that are right there beside it on on Alliance. And you listen to music, because music will be starting at 1:45 on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, maybe you run home, you take a quick nap, you
shower.
shower maybe if you need to. You set your kids up with a babysitter, and then you come back out.
Yep.
For Topiary's tastings and tunes, which registration opens at 5 o'clock, and registration is at 323 Main Street this year over at the new Lander building beside the Lander Bearcat Topiary. And grab your, you know, once you check in.
Do you have to already pre-register for this?
You do have to pre-register, and this is an event that usually sells out. So I have been seeing the sell notifications going through my inbox, well, not my inbox, but our shared inbox. But I've been seeing the notifications come through like crazy. So, yeah, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you need to go ahead and get your tickets. And
where do you get your tickets
at?
We
get your tickets at scfestivaloflowers.org. And if you go to the Topiary's Tastings and Tune page, it'll click you over to Eventbrite, and you order your tickets to Eventbrite. And even though you have ordered your tickets, we are still going to check your ID. We check every single ID. I don't care if it was my own mother, and I can spout her birthday, you know, from memory. We're checking IDs. So please do not leave your ID at home. And please, if you do leave your ID at home, don't say we didn't tell you to bring your ID.
So you're going to have to have an ID.
You're going to have an ID. We want to make sure that everything is copacetic. We're following all the rules, because it is a 21 plus event. So.
And they get the wine glass.
They will pick up their wine glass. They'll get a special wristband after we've checked their ID and verified that they are indeed over 21. And their wine glass and their wine map. And then they and whomever they decide to bring with them, preferably a giant group of friends, because it is more fun with friends.
Drinking is always more fun with friends.
Absolutely.
It is. And, you know, whether it's just you and your best friend, or it's a giant group of friends, you know, several couples, whatever, come on out. It is so much fun. And you get to taste 18 different wines. So if you like sparkling, if you like white, if you like a red, whatever you like, we have something for. And then each one of our stops is also offering a small little snack to go along with their wines at each stop. So
that's what the tastings
That's
is.
the tastings part.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the tasting is the wine, but they're adding to the tasting so that there's, something to go with it.
A little something on your stomach.
A little something on your stomach. So
Okay.
and then once you're done, so registration opens at 5. The wine starts flowing at 5:30, and it wraps up at 8 o'clock. And then once you're done with that, you come back to the market and finish your shopping at Maker's Market.
Absolutely.
And listen to Cornacre Band and get some really good greasy food or some healthy food from the food trucks.
That's true. All right. Well, that sounds like a plan to me. It's really going to be all about Uptown and all their areas right here in Greenwood. It is your opportunity to miss, and you don't want to do that. So why don't you check out scfestivalofflowers.org. You'll be glad you did. Lots of things going on this weekend. Other weekends, there is some stuff during June, but this is the main weekend. So I just want to say to Jodi and to Ellyn, thank you so much for coming out here today.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And we will carry on, and we will see you at the festival tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that's right. The Beach Blast right there, the museum opening, the art center opening, lots of things going on in Uptown Greenwood. Don't miss it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Gals, thanks so much for coming out here today. That's going to do it for us. I'll be back in the morning. Got a big announcement. We have 3, count them, 3 political candidates tomorrow will be on the show starting at 9:30. Lieutenant Governor Pamela Evett, Ralph Norman, and Alan Wilson will all be joining us right here on WCRS Radio. So let's take it away, drop the curtain, cue the music, and we'll say adieu. Bye-bye, everybody.